Dear all, this is Sadanand Kumar Malik, welcomes you in entire physics. And today our topic is interference of light at a wedge-shaped film. Actually, in the previous topic, we have seen a parallel film. Means we have seen a film having two surfaces. Suppose surface AB and CD, and between these two surfaces a media of refractive index is enclosed. Then because here AB and CD are parallel to each other, so this type of film are known as parallel film. But sometimes both the surfaces of the film are not exactly parallel to each other. Means if we consider another case, then suppose this is the surface, lower surface CD, and the upper surface AB are at some inclination with the lower surface. Suppose here the angle of inclination is theta, so here this type and the media is enclosed between the two surfaces. So this type of film is known as wedge shaped film. Wedge shaped film, and here this angle theta is known as wedge angle. So here in this topic we have to study the interference of light in case of wedge shaped film. So let us try to draw the wedge shaped film, and we will see how the interference of light will take place in case of these type of films having two surfaces which are not exactly parallel to each other but are inclined with some angle. So dear all, let us try to draw this type of figure. So suppose this is the lower surface of the film and this is the upper surface of the film, and a refractive index of mu material is enclosed within the film. Suppose the wedge angle is theta here. Now let us see the incident light ray. So suppose AB is a incident light beam. Suppose AB is a incident light beam with some angle of incidence I, suppose incidence I. When this light ray AB is made incident on the upper surface of the film, then it gets partially reflected and partially refracted. So suppose here BC and BD are the reflected and the refracted rays respectively. Then obviously this angle will be same as the angle of incidence, and here R is the angle of refraction. Now when this light ray BD is made incident on the lower surface, then obviously it get reflected from the lower surface also. So here whatever is the angle by which the light ray BD will made incident on the lower surface, we don't know, but we know that with the same angle it will gets reflected. Means here this angle will be same as that of the angle of incidence. Now suppose the reflected light from the lower surface is denoted as DE. Now when this DE light incident on the upper surface, then it will again refracted from the upper surface also. So suppose this is the normal and it get refracted to the same media. Now here suppose the refracted light is EF. Now because here the ray BC and the ray EF are found in the reflected part of the film, so they will be exactly parallel to each other, as we have seen in the previous topic, means thin film interference. Then if we want to study about the interference between BC and EF, then we should know the path difference between them. So to calculate the path difference between them, let us draw the figure with some modification. So now let us draw a parallel line from point B which is parallel to the lower surface. So suppose this is a line drawn from point B and also parallel to the lower surface of wedge shape film. So here this angle will be equal to theta, wedge angle theta. Now let us draw three normals from point E. From point E, let us draw three normals. The first normal is drawn on the line BC, on the ray BC. So suppose this is a normal on BC having angle 90 and its name is G. E. The second normal is drawn from point E to the refracted light ray BD. So here this is the second normal, suppose, means here angle 90 and the point is denoted by H. Here this is the point H. And the third normal is drawn from point E to the lower surface of the film. Here this is the third normal and its name is EI. So we have drawn three normals from point E. Now let us see which angle will be formed here. So look here beta, because this is angle I, so this angle will be 90 minus I. 90 minus I, because this is 90, so this angle will be I. This angle will be I. Now second thing, let us see here. This is the angle theta. Okay, this is the angle theta and this is angle 90. This is angle 90. Actually we have to calculate this angle. What should be this angle? So let us try to find this angle. Suppose we are going to find this angle, then what should be its value? So look here beta, if we consider this total angle, then it is 90, and out of this 90, one angle is theta, other angle is R. Then okay, out of this 90, one angle is theta and the other angle is R. Obviously this angle will be equals to, here this angle will be equals to 90 minus R plus theta. So if this angle is 90 minus R plus theta, then this angle will be equals to 90 minus R. So if it is 90 minus R and this is 90, so this angle will be equals to R. Now second thing is, in a triangle, let us consider the triangle. Suppose this is point N. Suppose this is the point N where it is 90, angle 90 is formed. So let us consider a triangle BND. Let us consider the triangle BND, this triangle. Then one angle is 90 and this angle and the other angle is 90 minus r plus theta. Then the third angle will be, this angle will be r plus theta. Here the light ray BD is made incident on the lower surface with an angle of incidence r plus theta. So with the same angle r plus theta it will gets reflected. Then this angle is r plus theta, then obviously this angle will be 90 minus r plus theta, and this is the angle 90 and this is 90 minus r plus theta, then obviously this angle will be equals to r plus theta. Now let us do something here. So in this figure, let us increase the line BD in further direction. So here the line BD is drawn in the further direction like this, and the line EH and also the line the line EI will be drawn in the further direction, and we get a cross point, point of intersection. Suppose its name is BIJ. Suppose its name is J. So obviously if this angle is r plus theta, then by the angle of intersection this angle will also be r plus theta. If this is r plus theta, then this angle will be 90 minus r plus theta, and obviously here this angle is 90. So as this angle is 90 minus r plus theta and this is 90, so the remaining term will be r plus theta. So here this angle will be r plus theta. So in this figure, now the figure has been completed. So here all the terms, all the angles given in the figure will be used. Let us suppose the last thing in the figure. Suppose the thickness of the film at point E. The thickness of the film at point E is suppose small t. So small t is the thickness of the film at point E. So here your figure has been completed. Hello dear all. Now let us see the derivation to find the path difference between BC and EF. So here now we will see the path difference. Path difference between BC and EF. So from figure we can see, from figure the path difference between BC and EF, suppose it is given by delta, will be equals to, after point B, okay, after point B and the before normal EG, before the normal EG and after point B, the light ray BC has to travel a distance that is equals to BG, and after point B and before the normal EG, the light ray EF has to travel a distance BD plus DE. So from this figure obviously the path BD plus DE is longer than BG, so the path difference will be equal to BD plus DE minus BG. But one thing here, BD plus DE is the path that is travel in a media of refractive index mu, and BG is a path that is traveled in air. So both of these two lengths should be considered in the same media. So as we have seen in the previous topic, if we want to convert the distance from a media of refractive index mu to air, then we have to multiply the distance by the respective refractive index. So here the path difference delta will be equals to mu times BD plus DE. Now it will become, in case of air, minus BG in air. Now both the distance are converted in air. So now let us find their values. Then we have delta is equals to, we can write delta is equals to mu times under कोष्टक. Now BD, from this figure BD may be written as, look here beta, BD means this distance may be written as BH plus HD, having two distance BH plus HD, and so here BD may be written as BH plus HD plus DE. Look here beta, in figure if we consider DE, DE means this is the distance DE. So from figure beta, from figure we can see the triangle EID, the triangle EID, and suppose in figure the triangle EID, and also the triangle JID, also the triangle JID, having two angles equal, means 90 and 90, and 90 minus r plus theta and 90 minus r plus theta, and also one side is common, that's why these two triangles are congruent, means their respective sides and angles are equal. It means that here DE will be equal to DI. So from figure DE will be equal to, therefore DE will be equal to DJ. So using this concept, our DE will become, here the DE may be written as DJ minus BG will be as it is. Now this HD plus DJ may be written as HJ minus BG. Now here delta is equals to mu times this, equation number 1 suppose. Now we have to find the value of BH and HJ and BG also. So first of all, let us try to find the value of BH. The value of BH first. Then look here beta, from figure BH. Here this is BH. So we have to consider the triangle having one side as BH. So in figure, let us consider the triangle BHE. Let us consider the triangle BHE. Okay, we are going to consider this triangle BHE. So in triangle BHE, because here one angle is 90, okay, other angle is R. So here cos R, suppose let us try to find. Now here BH we have to calculate. So how we can find? So in triangle BHE, let us consider sin R. Sin R will be equal to, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular means BH upon hypotenuse means BE. Okay. Now again from triangle BGE, again from triangle BEG, we are going to consider this triangle having one angle 90 and other angle is I. So here let us consider sin I in triangle BGE. sine I is equal to, sine I will be equals to, perpendicular means BG, perpendicular means BG upon hypotenuse means BE, hypotenuse means BE. So here we have the value of sine R and sine I. Now let us apply Snell's law. Now let us apply Snell's law. So by Snell's law we know that sine I upon sine R is equals to refractive index mu. So here from the above observation, sine I is equal to, sine I is equals to BG upon BE and sine R is equals to BH upon BE. Sine I is equals to BG upon BE. Let us try to write BG upon BE. BG upon BE upon whole upon sine R is equals to BH upon BE. So let us substitute here BH upon BE. So BE and BE will be cancelled out and here mu will be equal to, or sine I upon sine R will be equals to BG upon BH. So we can write BG upon BH. So from this figure let us transfer BH to the left hand side, then we have therefore BG is equals to BH times mu. Equation number second. So from equation second, equation 1 gives, in equation 1 we can write delta path difference is equal to mu times BH plus mu times HJ minus BG means mu times BH, mu times BH. So here mu times BH and mu times BH will be cancelled out. Delta will be equals to mu times HJ. Equation number 3 suppose. Now here we have to find only the value of HJ. Only the value of HJ. So we have to consider in figure the triangle which consists with HJ. So HJ is this is HJ. This is HJ. So let us consider the triangle EHJ. Let us consider the triangle EHJ. Okay. So in triangle EHJ, let us see triangle EHJ. So in triangle EHJ, we have to find HJ. So let us consider cos R plus theta. Cos R plus theta will be equal to, cos R plus theta will be equals to base upon hypotenuse. Base means HJ upon hypotenuse means EJ. So we have from in triangle EHJ is equals to cos, in triangle, now in triangle EHJ, cos R plus theta is equals to, as we have find, HJ upon BJ. HJ upon BJ. So here HJ will be equals to BJ cos R plus theta. Now BJ. BJ means, look here dear all, BJ means EJ, sorry. Cos R plus theta equals to HJ upon EJ. So here it is EJ. And EJ means, let us see in the figure, EJ means, this is the distance EJ. EJ means we can write here, EJ means EI plus IJ. and EI is equals to T, and that is exactly equal to Ij, means it is again T. So T plus T means 2T. So here Ej means 2T. 2T cos r plus theta is equals to Hj. So here delta, therefore path difference delta will be equals to mu times 2T cos r plus theta, or delta is equals to 2 mu t cos r plus theta. So this is the equation number 4. This is the path difference between light ray BC and EF in the reflected part in case of wedge shaped film. This is required path difference between BC and EF.